Alright, it's Mike Messier. We're off on a little adventure with Mike. And we're going to pass somebody right now. Here you go.
Thank you.
Welcome. So, this adventure is called To Live and Die on Twitter. What does that mean? Well, I've been getting some, not a lot, but just a little bit of friction on Twitter. Really, I even started Twitter just as an escape from Facebook drama and bullshit. Then I got into Twitter drama and bullshit. Last summer, I got into a schmaltz with a guy about Chief Wahoo, the Cleveland Indians mascot. And as we know, just recently, that has gone the way of against Chief Wahoo. So that gentleman who said he was a sports reporter in the Cleveland market is probably upset and distraught. And I could chime in and give him a hard time, but I'm not. I'm not like that. So what else? Then you get into these goddamn wrestling wars with people and you know, people, myself and everyone, it's like Twitter and these social media outlets are just ways for people to turn on each other but what I was saying in another video was, it's really a kill time technique. It's like, how do I kill my day? Well, if I've got my thumb on a fucking pad, an electronic thing, which is made more or less by people who are enslaved. If you look into it, Ashley Judd wrote an article that these wonderful smartphones we're all using religiously, meaning every fucking day. These phones are made from minerals. The certain minerals that make these phones are not particularly made by happy-go-lucky folks. They're made by people that are enslaved and treated poorly, okay? So we're all just kind of taking that for granted or not giving a fuck. We talk about human rights, we talk about don't body shame people, don't insult people, be nice, and yet we're all using these phones that are made with materials from people that are enslaved, according to this Ashley Judd article, which no one's really refuting, meaning no one's disagreeing that that's the case. These minerals, which, god damn it, there's a term for it, but these minerals that are making our phones are not made by happy, well-paid professionals. They're made by people that are more or less slave labor. So look into that if you don't believe me. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm going by Ashley Judd's routine, okay? Next thing you know, we all kind of waste time and kill time on Twitter. And normally what happens is there's some type of disagreement, and people can go one or two ways of this thing. They can either look for a common ground, like, hey, LOL, smiley face emoji, just kidding, JK, whatever the fuck, or they can just keep on going at each other. And at some point, and look, I've been an asshole on Twitter and so forth. I've gone for the jugular. I make statements that I wouldn't normally make. I mean, for instance, example, today, out of nowhere, I mentioned Mike Tyson. We're talking to me and this guy are going back and forth about UFC and wrestling, and I said something like, anyone can beat anyone. Even Buster Douglas beat that convicted rapist Mike Tyson. Now, for those that don't know, Mike Tyson, yes, was convicted of rape. Yes, he served time. And it wasn't just that case. There was other cases against Mike Tyson in which he was perceived, even through people in his own camp, to be abusive towards women. One of Tyson's associates, I believe a trainer, said that when he asked Tyson, who's the person you hit the hardest? What's the hardest punch you ever threw? Tyson said, I'm not Robin Givens. I'm not rocking you halfway across the room with a punch. So, I mean, Mike Tyson's talking about hitting his wife at the time, Robin Givens, and that's his greatest punch. And he's also accused in one of these documentaries of sexual assault on an 11-year-old when Tyson was younger. So these things are true. Now, how does that get to what we're talking about or what I'm talking about? It's because I felt the need to make my point that anyone can beat anyone. Even Buster Douglas can beat Mike Tyson, or rather just say Mike Tyson. I had a moral dilemma, and I said, you know, I'm going to put the words in convicted rapist Mike Tyson, just because I feel like giving Mike a little jab in the ass. And I hashtagged him, or I fucking @symboled Mike Tyson to let him know if he sees his own account or whatever the fuck, then yeah, some people don't forget these things. Some people don't put your fucking face on a t-shirt and put you in the Hangover 1 and 2 and make a big deal about you, okay? Because I am offended that this country celebrates convicted fucking rapists, and I've been offended by that for a long fucking time, okay? And people always, you know, it's convenient morality is the new term of the goddamn day. Convenient morality. If it's someone that you like a Mike Tyson, who's convicted of rape and accused of all these things with women, then we still put him in the Hangover. If it's Roman Polanski, who made a great film, The Piano, that people in Hollywood love, we'll give him a standing ovation. But yeah, you might want to sit down now 15 years later, right, Hollywood? So the fucking point of the matter is this. It's convenient morality. It's to live and die on Facebook. And we're all a bunch of hypocrites. See, that's what I used to say to a friend of mine. We're all hypocrites. Once you can fucking admit to yourself and admit to the world, friends, family, whoever the fuck, hashtag it, whoever the fuck, that you are a hypocrite just like me, just like everybody else, the world is a simpler place to be in. Admit that you're human. Admit that you're a liar. You're a hypocrite. You have convenient morality. You're not above the pack, okay? Well, we get into trouble is, yeah, people like the president, you know, and I'm not going to say President 45, I'll say Trump, President Trump. He likes to say, well, I like, you know, he was doing an interview, it was actually an intelligent answer somewhat. He says he likes to not make mistakes. So he doesn't like to apologize because he doesn't like to make mistakes. But the thing is, I'm not the goddamn president. And I'll tell you right now, I make a fucking 1,000 mistakes a day. I might have gone left when I should have gone right. You know what I mean? I should have said this or not said this. I should have done this and not. A million sins a minute, okay? We're all guilty of it. So let's not have this fucking holier than thou, I'm better than you, blah, blah, blah. We're all living for likes. We're all fucking dependent on the goddamn phone. Our thumbs are wearing thin, folks. So my point of the matter is this. It's to live and die on Facebook. We're all looking for an argument. We all love sports radio. We all love the news, talking heads, arguments. We're Americans. We're worldwide citizens who like to bitch and complain. And so whether it's ronda rousing, breaking arms, or someone's name, or if you think wrestling's fake or real, or who's your favorite, or Roman Reigns, or fucking Trump, or Hillary, or Obama with the Nation of Islam, we're all a bunch of hypocrites.